Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And DC is making everybody gay.
And it's a day that ends in Y. And what
is.
else is effing new?
Yeah, so now Wonder Woman's gay. Now, don't worry, it's not that Wonder Woman, right? That's the headlines are all going to scream, Wonder Woman's gay. No. Of course, it's an alternate universe Wonder Woman. Just like it wasn't that Superman. It wasn't that Superman.
Which is done by the same person.
Tom Taylor, yes. So apparently this is the MO is let's take all of these characters and change them into being non-straight characters just because it gets headlines.
You know, I told you, I'm not kidding. Hollywood, diversity means lesbians. If you're not white people. And now they're heading into the trans territory too. That's what diversity means.
Oh yeah, that's the thing in Wonder Woman now too, apparently. So I mean,
are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
God. Yeah, it's interesting. This has all happened within the last year. This has all happened on the watch of, and again, I could be wrong, but I think it's Daniel Cherry III, who's the general manager over at DC Comics, who says right on his Twitter profile that he is an activist.
Whoa.
So
that's how it probably gets laid. Anyway,
Anyway, yeah, so good luck with that because after the Warner Discovery merger takes place, I really got to wonder if they're not going to do an about face on a lot of this stuff because they actually have said before, some of the biggest shareholders said that they want to turn CNN back, roll it back to being actual news, and they're probably going to look at the comic book characters and be like, yeah, we need to make movies, and yeah, we want these movies to like play in China, so not gonna work.
Well, even here, it's like, at least with the Superman, you're like, okay, well, it's not actually Clark Kent.
Right.
But this one, or the Wonder Woman, it's like, it is Wonder Woman. It is Diana, it's just in an alternate universe, but it's still Diana.
I mean, how insulting is that? Let's be honest, how insulting is that? Like, we're gonna make all of these characters gay or
change everything about them for no damn reason.
But we're always gonna make sure it's not the real one. So this is an alternate universe Diana.
Yeah, well, they know that people are going to pick up the books if it's the real one.
This is Superman's son, not actually Clark Kent. This is a Robin.
And if you're kind of like, oh yes, Robin too. And if you kind of don't like it, then they're going to throw insults at you. You're a phobic, whatever. And it's like, no, I just don't understand why my character's a certain way for decades. Why the hell do you change them now? Other than looky me points. It's stupid.
It's shock marketing. This is no different than back in the 90s when they used to kill characters. Now they just make everybody LGBTQ.
Well, they had characters that were really gay, and you don't hear anything about those characters.
That is true. I mean, again, how insulting is this? Instead of creating new characters, we have to go back to but the thing is the marketing's already been done for you. Everybody knows, Wonder Woman, everybody knows Superman, everybody knows Robin, even if they're not, the Wonder Woman, the Superman, the Robin. They're still already marketed.
Where does it end? Okay, so we have Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy because they went on a girls' night. Now they're lesbians and they're together. We don't change Starfire, but we make up a frumpy daughter who's a lesbian. But I mean, at least that was a new character.
Yeah.
At least, ish. It was,
they kind of erased. She had another daughter that was actually pretty cool, and they just kind of retconned.
Well, yeah, because we can't have cool kids. You have to have these activist types so you can win high fives on Twitter, which is funny because people on Twitter don't buy the comics anyway, and most of the people on Twitter yelling the most don't actually give a shit about any of it. They're just trying to scream to get attention.
Here's the thing. I mean, we were just at the comic shop yesterday and I looked at a lot of the comics that are out and I'm like, a lot of stuff, and honestly to me anymore, it feels like fan fiction. It feels like the actual comic book industry, the comic book industry that actually tried to tell legit stories, not just rely on stunt marketing. Like that died in like 2010. Mm-hmm. And in the last 10 years, it's just been one stunt after another, one reboot after another. And to me, it's just like, whatever. There's like decades of old stuff I can read. Nobody's read everything.
Well, it was amazing to me was the amount of new comics that were out. I was that's the one good thing I'll say is there are a shit ton of new comics out. And I was like, there are a lot of comics here. And that's, I thought that was a good thing. I thought that was cool. You don't have to like certain things people do, but there's so many different things out there that, aren't even superhero or whatever. And we walked out with Pinky Boo having a Gretzko, how you say that, comic.
Yeah.
Because she was all excited when she saw it. It's like they have something for everyone. So that was the one plus I took from coming out of there.
I got manga. I went.
You did. There was a ton, they had manga, but they said it was hard to get.
Yeah, it's
not surprising. Hard to get. Anyway, back to the point of this. So we're going to talk about this. Just it's not even shocking anymore. People are like,
it's not even shocking.
And I thought you had done this sooner. You know, I mean, it's like.
Actually, I'd been more shocked if they took a character and just came around and said, "Hey, I'm completely 100% straight." Just so you know.
Yeah, that would actually shock people because that never happens.
I'm waiting for the next Batman title to be Batman in Robin instead of Batman and Robin.
There you go.
That'll be the next thing. But anyway, we'll talk about this. We're going to talk about how now there are some fans of Supergirl that are also very salty. They didn't get their ship. Because, it's become expected. Everybody's got to get their ship.
Of course.
I don't even watch it. I watched the first season of Supergirl, and it just got dumb. And I'm like, it's really
CW. Care. Half the cast is going to be some, checkbox, whatever, because it's CW. And then they don't do them justice. I mean, if I were one of these people that was one of their checkboxes, I'd be pissed off because they're so cliche and it's so stupid and it's so soap opera-y that it's just like, it feels more mocking than it is.
It is. It's just like, yeah. And, the thing is that DC in particular, just a lot. It's so weird because it was Marvel for the longest time. And now it feels like DC, like their trick is just every damn month. Let's just, hey, a new character's.
Then their sales will fall and they'll be like, oh, no, it'll go up initially because you have to buy it or you're an istophobe. Yep. And then it falls off a cliff and then they try to yell istophobe again. But here's the problem. It's not working anymore.
No, people you're just numb to it. It used to be shocking. It's just like the character deaths and the reboots and all that. Like at first it was shocking. Like, oh my God, you're going to reboot the entire universe? How could you? I remember, Crisis on Infinite Earths back in the 80s, and that was like a huge deal. And it was good for, I was a kid when that came out. And it was a good jumping on point because it was like, oh, okay, if you're a new reader, you can jump on here because we've rebooted everything. You don't have to have known the last, 50 years of history or whatever. And, now it's like every other year. And I can't keep the timeline straight. I don't know which, what timeline, what continuity we're in. They put books out there. I'm like, is this canon, not canon? Who the hell knows? Who cares? Buy it.
Yeah, because it won't be canon in 2 months anyway.
It won't be canon in 2 months anyway. So we'll talk about this before we get into it any further.
Too late.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 245,000 subs. We've been chronicling DC Comics more than Marvel, and I never thought we would get here. I'll be honest, because DC seemed like they were kind of holding the line, like we're still going to appeal to classic comic book fans, not rely on gimmicks. And in the last... 3 months, 4 months, we've had gimmick
Batman,
after gimmick after
Superman,
gimmick.
And now Wonder Woman.
Yeah, the big three,
was Robin, but yeah.
Yeah, now it's going to come out that Aquaman fucks fish. Aquaman is...
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, he's
his girlfriend Flipper.
His girlfriend Flipper.
Yeah.
Caught in his net. Mm-hmm. Anyway, there's a tuna joke in there somewhere. Anyway, again, this is coming from Dark Knights of Steel. Before you freak out, the headlines like Wonder Woman's gay. Well, no, a Wonder Woman. Mm-hmm. Dark Knights of Steel #2 is an epic high fantasy story set in a DC universe where nothing is what it seems.
Yeah, like every book. Nothing's what it seems.
And that's
the twist.
That's how they're marketing this. Wonder Woman.
It's Superman's sister.
Yep. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there about
Supergirl
too. Wonder Woman locks lips with her girlfriend in the latest issue of DC Comics' Dark Knights of Steel.
And of course, it would be Superman's sister because she had a thing with Superman off and on.
Lois Lane travels to the hidden island of Themyscira and tells Zala-El, Superman's sister and the princess of the House of El, that her father's been murdered. Distraught over the news, Zala-El gets emotional and her girlfriend Wonder Woman comforts her with a passionate kiss.
If I get told that, someone I loved was dead, that's what I'd want right then.
Lots of tongue. It's no surprise that Wonder Woman is out as an LGBTQ in the comic series, which was written by Tom Taylor.
Yeah, shocker.
Tom Taylor, who also, I believe, was the guy who wrote this. So, yeah, not surprising. In 2016, Greg Rucka, a former DC Comics writer for Wonder Woman, confirmed that the superhero is bisexual.
Yes, because 2016 was all about lesbians. I've been saying it, guys.
Wonder Woman, who first appeared in a comic in 1941, has in the past been romantically involved with Steve Trevor. Yeah, of course. Well, now we'll have to see. I thought maybe this was Steve Trevor now.
That's about right. They should have done that.
Stevie Trevor.
I mean, hey, look, I'll give Wonder Woman a little more of a pass than I will other characters because she was raised as an Amazon with all women.
Yeah.
So, I mean, okay, I might give her a pass a little more than I would other characters, but I'm like, come on.
You love the one you're with, and if the one you're with is all, If
it's all tuna.
It's all tuna.
If it's all bun and not hot dog, then you love buns.
Yeah, you become vegan. I guess. I don't know. There's no meat on this island, so you gotta love the one you're with. So I kind of read between the lines that I'm sure at some point in time, she was catching tuna.
Yeah,
but
so Wonder Woman at least makes sense.
Kind of makes sense,
but then it has to be Superman's sister. That's where you lost me. Okay, so Wonder Woman has a girlfriend. Okay, fine. But because we had her in other variations of DC that she was kind of having with Superman. This time it's his sister. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Wonder Woman and Superman kind of sort of had a thing going on there, but then here comes Lois Lane.
Right, exactly. But what I'm saying is, so they implied that a couple times with Superman, and now their go-to is, well, we'll just make it Superman's sister.
We'll just make it Superman's sister. None of it's canon. This is a totally different, again, parallel.
There's no creativity here at all. Let's make her a lesbian and make it Superman's sister.
I mean, literally, you could take any comic book character now and just be like, in the next storyline, so and so is coming out. Okay, what's the plot? Well, they came out, and everybody reacts to that, and then a bunch of bigots show up, and then they punch him, and well, that's it. That's the story.
You sound like
that's all that happens. The character comes out, the bigots show up, we get a couple of jokes in there, we rib a couple of these YouTubers because we hate these guys, so we're going to name some of those characters after these guys, and then they punch them, and then the story ends. Mm-hmm. And then I'm off the book because I'm only on this book for like 4 to 6 issues. I'm out of here, man. It's the next person. That's their
problem.
It's their mess to clean up. I'm going to the next comic, and that character also is going to be gay.
Suddenly gay for no reason.
Yeah. So
pretty much.
I mean, it's just like it's not even worth I
don't get upset anymore. I'm just like, I'm more amused because I'm like, of course. I was like thinking Wonder Woman would have been easy pickings early on. But, I'm just like. I'm
just like, and what else you got? What else you got? Because that's it. The shock is wearing off. And like you said, I think people are going to pick the books up. They're going to pick these books up at first and be like, oh my God.
They're going to pick these books up because they're going to be told they're terrible people if they don't.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be guilted into buying something I don't want to read. Like, I have no interest in reading a comic about Superman's son unless it's Super Sons, which was actually a pretty damn good book. And I'm pretty salty that he's a teenager now and not a little kid because it's a lot more fun when he was a little kid.
Well, I don't think his boyfriend thinks that.
Well, he might. I don't know.
I'm just like, come on. It's just.
This nose.
It's like
this nose.
I know, it drives me nuts too.
That's not right.
I'm just,
And is there anybody else? Just raise your hand and you're going to find out. Kiki, do you have something to share? She put her hand up. Do you have something to share with the class?
No.
I'm glad. Because we would have a very, very long talk. Because I would be slightly confused. Anyway. Yeah, so that's going on. So we've got Wonder Woman's gay. Unfortunately, Supergirl, not so much in the show, and people are salty about that because they didn't get their ship. So now I'm sure the death threats are going to come.
Yes.
And the ridiculous DMs and the emails from anonymous email clients and all of this garbage is going to happen because these people did not get their ship.
And people can't see me rolling my eyes right now. I'm rolling them so hard.
Yeah, coming from Insider. Supergirl series finale devastated the Supercore fans who were hoping that a romance... That's a long headline. This is the whole article.
That's the headline?
That's the headline. That's the whole fucking article. The Supergirl series finale devastated Supercore fans who were hoping that a romance between Kara Danvers and Lena Luthor would finally be made explicit.
What? Okay.
And that's it. That's all you have to read.
Pretty much. It tells you everything right there.
Okay, so I don't have to read the article anymore. Okay. But yeah, apparently it was trending on Twitter.
Who cares? Trending could be like 1,000 tweets, and it could be someone with like 20 alt accounts repeating it over and over again.
The 2-part series finale of Supergirl, which I forgot was even on the air, by the way.
I thought it should have been off the air a long time ago.
Which ended the show's 6-year run.
How did they get 6 years out of that?
Was that show on 6 years?
Oh, God.
Or were these like Netflix seasons?
No, I think it probably was 6 years. It's been about 6 years.
Holy hell, time flies. Were jam-packed episodes that not only brought back fan-favorite characters, but also delivered a long-anticipated wedding. For some viewers, it was missing one major plot point, a confession of love or kiss between Supergirl and Lena Luthor. No, the two characters have never dated or been explicitly portrayed as love interests, but that didn't prevent fans of the pairing, known as Supercore, from hoping for 5 years, or from hoping for 5 years.
Okay, so 5 years.
From hoping for 5 years. That's awkward. From hoping
this
for
whole
5
thing's
years
awkward.
for a potential romance. So they were hoping for their ship for 5. Oh God.
Oh no, it's 6.
5 years, 6 years.
It's like, I guess it's 6 years.
She's
only been,
season,
okay, yeah, it makes sense. So I was right. It was 6. It has been 6 years.
They were portrayed as close friends, which clearly means they want to have sex.
Right, anymore. Don't you know? How many times we've done videos on that? Because if you're friends with somebody, that just means that you want to get in their pants. You can't just be friends anymore.
They sometimes relied on each other to stay alive because all they could think about was having sex. Like, hey, come over for a dinner party and then we can have sex. Let's watch TV and then we can have sex.
Just breathe and then we can.
Let's go to girls night. Well, that's what happened with Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy.
They were friends and now they're together because you can't be friends with somebody.
You're not allowed. Yeah, I don't understand where this came from. Like, remember when, like, I guess the entire, like, all of the X-Men are getting busy constantly. Mm. Well, no, I guess they are, because I guess Wolverine and Cyclops and Jean Grey are all having sex on the moon or something. Just freaking stupid. Just what the hell
I think oh, you said sex on the moon. I think Revenge of the Nerds.
I was thinking Cake by the Ocean.
What's Cake by the Ocean?
It's a song.
I have no idea.
It's a song about sex on the beach, I think. I
have no idea.
Anyway, somebody needs to make a song, "Sex on the Moon."
No, we don't. We don't need that in the world. The probably is already out there anyway.
Series even dedicated entire alternate universe episodes to depicting how the two characters' personalities changed if they lived without each other. Clearly, they just have to have sex. Why doesn't Superman and Lex Luthor have sex? Just get it over with. Yeah, it's like, you've always been my kryptonite.
You've always been my kryptonite.
Yeah, would
he had me at hello. You always been my kryptonite.
Would he have to power down so he doesn't put Lex in the wall?
That's right. Oh my God. Okay,
here, put this kryptonite rubber on, Clark. Because if you don't, I'm going through the wall.
I don't think it's going to work if you put that on there. Do we have to read the rest of this article?
No.
Because I have no desire to read anymore.
No.
I'm just like, rolling my eyes. I'm going to give myself a headache.
Why? So it's almost like, I almost feel like these people aren't getting their ships on the shows, so they're overcompensating in comics.
No,
now.
I think that, well, I was actually thinking they aren't getting their ships in their shows, so they're going and putting up articles on blogs they've got themselves seats on. And, you know, because most people probably didn't know or care.
No.
So because they're mad, they didn't get what they wanted, they're running out to their blogs they work for and putting articles out to try to stir up.
Yeah, and they always try
it's over.
They always try to play it like they're being objective. Like, well, some fans are really salty, even though there's no indication whatsoever that these characters were ever gay. By some fans, I mean me.
Yeah, I know.
And my 5 Tumblr followers were very salty.
100 alt accounts.
My 100 alt accounts on Twitter. Yeah, because, you know, Twitter is the world, man. Twitter is the world. But yeah, this is the guy who's doing it, I guess. I don't give a shit. He can do whatever he wants to do. I say let the market decide. You know, if there's a market for every DC character to suddenly be gay, for even though there's zero indication that they ever were, and that works for them and it keeps them in business.
It was him.
Yeah. Good luck with that. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens when the Warner Discovery merger goes through, because they've made it pretty clear that they're interested in making money and not activism. But who the hell knows? I don't care. I don't read.
We really don't care anymore. We're not
I read manga.
It.
I've jumped indie comics and manga. I don't even read the mainstream superhero books anymore because there's nothing that interests me.
And what the mainstream cares about are the movies anyway.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna be honest. I mean, they don't give two shits about the comic book. They're gonna go watch the movies. They only care what's on the screen.
Used to be that these comics were canon. It was locked down. It's canon, and now it's all like apocrypha because everything is only canon until it gets rebooted in 2 years. You know.
So there you go. Surprise, surprise. Wonder Woman likes tuna. I mean, I think that was the least shocking of all the ones they've had these shockers come out with. Imagine that. A woman raised with a bunch of other women, and they're all women, and they're all Amazons, and they've implied that Amazons were lesbians before. Might like women, too. Oh, you don't say. God, I can't.
Gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. What?
You should have named her Charlie.
Charlie the Tuna?
Yes.
Those are Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels. All right.
Talk to you later.
Bye.